Hello and welcome to another week of 50 Weeks of Marketing. Sorry if there's a little bit of background noise this week. There's a bit of rain coming down on the roof, so it's week 20. We're almost halfway through. Thought it was a bit crazy doing the 50 weeks, and I probably am because it's hard to keep up, but here we are, and this week we're going to talk about brand equity. So brand equity is essentially the little bit extra that people are willing to pay for, a product with a really strong brand, such as Apple. Why do we pay so much for an Apple iPhone compared to a pretty similar Android phone? Basically, that difference in price is what we call brand equity. Why are customers willing to pay that little bit more for some products, or a lot more? Rolex watches, for example. Coca-Cola compared to a house brand product, an alternative with not much branding and marketing behind it, might pay 2 or 3 times as much, and you're just getting the same amount of cola drink. So why is that? That's the brand equity. Over the years, that consistency of a brand being in front of consumers and fulfilling their needs, that gives that certain product brand equity. An example for me is Sony products. There was a period of time where I brought 10, 15 Sony products over 10 years. TV, PlayStations, PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4. Stereo, speakers. Back when I was a teenager and child, I had a Walkman and then had a Walkman and then had a Discman. Kids, if anyone that's sort of younger than 30 might not know what I'm talking about, but essentially I had so much trust built up with Sony products that it was an easy choice for me to go with Sony, because I knew that if I bought a Sony product, I was going to be pretty satisfied with the product. And that's essentially what brand equity is. How much are we going to pay for that product over a similar alternative? That is the amount of brand equity a certain product has. It's that loyalty that we keep coming back time after time. Customers like to reduce our choices. We like to make easy choices. We don't like to go out and research. Typically, might not be speaking for everybody. We don't like to go out and do lots of research, and because it's a waste of our time. We want to make easy choices. So if a brand has built up that trust over time and we're willing to just buy that product blindly, that's because that brand has got really strong credibility. That credibility from product or service performance, and that awareness and knowledge we have of the brand and the benefits. The two have to match up. Could be all the marketing in the world, but if you've had a bad experience with a product previously and the intangibles, which is the marketing, don't match the tangibles, it's the actual performance or benefits from the product itself, then brand equity will start to reduce. So it's important for businesses that we match that expectation, and then we can start building that trust, commitment, building that relationship with customers, which build brand equity over time. There's a number of benefits to having strong brand equity, such as the customer loyalty I discussed and the ability to have larger margins on products. We're more profitable because our overheads for producing a product might be the same, but if we can sell it for more, then each unit is going to be more profitable to us as a business. So often businesses with really strong brand equity, they invest a lot of that margin back into marketing, because they know if they really focus on maximizing volume and there's that big investment in marketing, that should keep bringing that volume time over time, keeping our brand in front of the people that we want to purchase, our target market. So investing in advertising, investing in creating a unique and differentiated brand then consumers will see that we are a little bit different and they'll remember us. If we're really boring and run-of-the-mill with our marketing mix, our advertising and social media, the tone of voice, not doing anything a little bit different to the competitors, you're just going to blend in with the crowd. If we've got that really strong brand equity, it's harder for competitors to enter into our marketplace because we know that strong brand has got such a hold and such a large market share. They're fighting for a really small share of the market. The chances are they might have to price their product quite low to compete with the brand with really high brand equity. So it's a very unprofitable market segment. So they might target a slightly different segment. That's another benefit of having it's very important to be consistent with your marketing over a long period of time. We're not going to build this brand equity overnight. You look at companies like Apple, Microsoft, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, who have that really strong brand equity, that really strong relationship with customers. It's because they've built that over a period of time, staying in front of consumers with marketing and advertising and building that certain association with the brand. So these brand associations is what a certain person might think of your brand. It's going to be subjective to each individual because it's based on previous experience with a product, but it's also based on the image that we portray with a certain brand. We might think differently. We might not like a certain advertising campaign, where another group of customers might really connect with a certain advertising campaign. So that unique association that we hold with a brand is a quite a big driver for creating brand equity over a period of time. That's this week's topic for brand equity. Hope you learned something new and go out there and start creating consistent marketing and creating a personality around your brand so you can really connect with your target market and build that relationship. See you next week.